This is Deep Blue, where we get the true life stories of BYU athletes, coaches, and fans. Here's your host, Jerem Jordan.
Today's guest is one of the premier figures in the athletic department. Not only is she an All-American basketball player, she's a social media superstar. She is Shaylee Gonzales from the BYU women's basketball team. Shaylee, what's going on?
Nothing much. Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to be here.
Listen, I'm excited to talk to you because you're the superstar. Let's talk about some stats and not basketball stats. On TikTok, you have 204,000 followers, 7.6 million likes. Instagram, merely 74,000 followers. And YouTube, 129,000 followers. That's 407,000 followers. What's it like to have that kind of following on social media?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes I don't feel like I realize it, actually, you know? I feel like it is so fun. I love doing social media, to connect with fans, to create content like that. I really love being creative in that type of way. I think it's awesome that I'm able to, make content and to show what it's like being a D1 athlete, the behind the scenes. But sometimes it can also be a little bit stressful and hard to, keep your life out there consistently posting. But it's super fun and I love doing it, so.
What are your handles so people know, so they can follow you?
So on Instagram, Shaylee Gonzales. On TikTok, Shaylee Gonzales 1. On YouTube, Shaylee Gonzales. Snapchat, Shaylee G1.
Okay, when did you realize that was something you wanted to do? I think it was pre-BYU, right?
Yeah, so in high school, I was just, vlogging with my teammates. We'd make like game day videos just for fun. We didn't think anything of it. I didn't think anything of it would happen. I didn't think I would blow up like that. But coming into BYU, I had 260 subscribers. And then the first video that blew up was me moving into my dorm room at BYU in Heritage Halls. That video got over 100,000 views.
Woo!
And I was just surprised. I was like, what? There's literally no way. How did that video get that many views? It wasn't even that good. And then after that, I was just like, okay, I could really make some money out of this if I could, hopefully in the future NIL will pass and so I'll be able to.
Yep.
I looked at it as I could have this as a business, if I start making more content, people start viewing my videos more, I could turn it into a business. And I thought that I should just keep going for it and see how far I could go. And so I kept making videos, kept blowing up, and I was like, okay. And it was super, super fun. I got my teammates involved with it and blew up. And now some of my teammates, they vlog and they do TikToks. And so it's super, super fun.
Okay, let's dive into that. I bring you up often when NIL comes up. Mm-hmm. To me, you're the most likely to make the most money from the women's side of things at BYU because you've already got the built-in audience. Mm-hmm. Where do we stand on name, image, likeness, where the NCAA is saying, okay, now you can make money on it? Mm-hmm. Because, next week, hey, July 1st, this can happen. Yeah. There's not a lot of regulation and guidelines on this quite yet. Yet you're in a position to make some money. Mm-hmm. What have you been told about what you can and can't do?
Yeah. Very, very little. I feel like it's all up in the air. Not a lot of people know about it. We're still waiting to hear back to see if it does pass. Hopefully July 1st it does.
So it hasn't passed yet. We're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think. I don't know much
this plays into... There's not a ton of communication about it, generally speaking, at all levels, federal, NCAA, state, and so on.
I know that it should be passing around July 1st, and I've been preparing for that, keeping up my content. I talked to a graphic designer and I made a logo.
You have your own logo. That's when you're big time, right?
Yeah. And then I'm starting to make a website, starting to make merch, not allowed to sell those things yet. Just trying to get prepared
I want some merch, by the way.
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
It's
I'll hook you up.
Okay,
I got you. But yeah, just preparing for when that go button hits, once I'm able to start making money, I'll be ready for it. So.
Okay. There's a million different ways we can go here. Okay. So with your social, there's built-in financial incentives to those who get certain views on certain platforms. Mm-hmm. Tell us how that works, because you're on 3 different ones at least. Am I missing anything, by the way? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You're on Twitter and Facebook.
Twitter, no, not so much.
Yeah.
Snapchat a little bit. I think that's pretty much it.
You have
those
your own
are my
website as
three
well.
main-
Yep.
Yeah, starting up that website. Yeah, not yet, but
There are people whose day jobs are post social media content, right? That make a lot of money. So where does it even start with you? Let's say NIL says, yes, you can make money off the views like anyone else.
Yeah.
Where does that start for you?
So on TikTok, there's a creator fund. That's what it's called. And money just flows in that account.
Based on?
Views.
Straight views.
Straight views, yeah.
More Shaylee TikTok.
And so, once those views come in and those likes come in, then it just ups it. And so all that money goes into that account. I'll be able to take that money out, and put that into my bank account. And then for YouTube, it's also views. It's all about engagement and how much you're engaged. And I think it's super important to be consistent with that so your engagement goes up. But yeah, on YouTube, there's a monetize button in settings, and you just click that, and then you're able to earn money, monthly or whatever. And that's for views too. And then Instagram, I think it's like per post, you can get paid for something. And then if you do it like an ad or promote for a company, you can get even more money. So.
Okay, so that's another thing too, right? Where a certain company wants to use you and have you promote their product.
Yeah.
And in the past, that's not been a thing that's been able to happen, and hopefully soon it does with NIL. We're talking about name, image, likeness. All of a sudden, people can reach out. I've noticed some of your posts where you say, if you're interested, you have to contact so and so or email this because right now you can't.
Right.
So that's a separate thing. In terms of the money you can make from the views you're talking about, is it a certain amount per 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? Like, what kind of money is possible for someone like you in this situation?
So last time I checked for YouTube, there's like this website that you can see like how much money you could be making. And like I put in my channel name and it searched up. I don't know how reliable it is, but like it told me that I could be making like $35K per month, or not per month, I wish.
Let's go.
Per year for like YouTube, like right now. But
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I don't know like the logistics of it and like how much money you get per view, but I mean,
how about TikTok?
TikTok. I've actually tried to look that up and I can't find anything about it. How much I could be making from TikTok.
Currently.
Yeah.
TikTok
currently, which is crazy because I started YouTube like way before TikTok. I literally just started TikTok late 2019. I started that.
TikTok is the growth there is unbelievable.
Anyone can get on the For You page, and like literally anyone. You just got to get lucky and make some really good content, and your stuff can blow up.
Have you been on that?
Oh yeah.
Did you get to the For You page?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yes. Okay. So there's money to be made. It's not all about the money, but it certainly helps. You started this when it was just sort of I want to document my life.
Right. Yeah.
But now there's the ability to make money in something you love and you do. And let's be honest, it takes work for you to nail the take and record and edit.
Oh, yeah.
But it's something you like.
Yeah.
This is where it's at, right?
Yeah.
That's life's goal as a career is do something you love and that's fun. And hey, it might be your day job. You'll probably have other stuff you're involved in, but hey, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been told, like, if you love what you do, if you love your job, like, it's not going to be work. Like, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be something you enjoy. And, that's what I enjoy, So I'm really looking forward till, like, NIL passes and be able to start bringing in money and hopefully making more content and maybe having, like, a manager or content creator who helps me, like, edit. I mean, it'd be nice to just vlog and then have someone do like all the dirty work, because editing takes lots and lots of hours. So yeah, I'm super excited for the future and when that passes.
So you shoot and edit all your stuff currently?
Yeah. So I plan everything, I edit everything, make all the graphics, do all that stuff, and it does take a lot of time. So
Adobe Premiere, what are you using?
So I just use iMovie. It's free. Anyone can use it on anyone can use it on the Mac.
Beautiful.
Yeah, people always ask me like, you really just use iMovie? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I make it work. I make my graphics on my iPad. Like, I just have learned everything from like myself. I've taught myself everything I know. So
that's
dealing with like
begins.
iMovie and
And then
editing.
when you're making 35 G's on one platform, you can pay somebody else, right?
Yes, that'd be so
to
nice.
help you out,
Yeah.
and then do even more.
Yeah.
Okay, so at first it was vlogging. which is super cool, and you still do that on YouTube. That's kind of what you do the most on YouTube. IG and TikTok are different kind of content. How did you discover what kind of content you wanted to put where?
Yeah. So like YouTube is the separate thing. Like I vlog my days. Like people get to know me more through YouTube. TikTok is more of like dancing videos. I started implementing vlogging a little bit, but don't like it as much. And so yeah, TikTok is more just for fun. Like just dancing with my siblings, dancing with my teammates. I love getting my teammates in dances. Like that's super, super fun. And those usually go viral. Like when you get that BYU jersey on and you dance, and it's super, super fun. And then TikTok is more, I think, it's just more pictures, just like of my life. But yeah.
Okay, the dancing. Let's talk about the dancing. It's not just dancing, by the way. There's basketball involved.
Oh yeah.
You sort of cap off an occasional video with a shot.
Yeah.
So you got to nail it. It's to a song. You got to check trends of stuff that's happening, right?
Yeah.
So you choreograph as well?
I don't. Oh, that's all Kaylee Smiler.
Kaylee Smiler is a baller, right?
Yeah, she's the one who like teaches me the dances. I take a little bit longer to learn the dances because she's like an actual dancer. Yeah, her and Paisley are really good at dancing. I mean, I can dance too, but not as good as them.
You fooled me. I thought you were a dancer. Yeah.
Well, kind of, but not as good as them, I don't think. But I still really enjoy it. It's fun. So.
Okay, you come up with a dance, right? And then you cap it off with a shot or something. You typically do it in a BYU jersey.
Yeah.
That you don't have to have a BYU jersey in that, but you help get the BYU brand out there, right?
Yeah. And I mean, putting BYU on the map, like I just love like getting BYU out there and letting people know like who we are, and not just like as basketball players, but also like just like showing people like that we have fun, and we have like a good chemistry on our team. And I love making those types of videos with my teammates. It's super fun.
Okay, let's talk about the perception that you crush a little bit in this, which is good. Like Cosmo and the Cougarattes is like, whoa. BYU like that Mormon school, they can dance? Shaylee Gonzales and Kaylee Smiler. And people like, oh, they like keep up on TikTok?
Yeah.
Because I get the sense that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints people are typically like, oh, they're like, weird. And it's like, no, we got some game, right?
Yeah. We got some game.
Game. Let's go.
I mean, didn't Cosmo get like mascot of the year or something like that?
Yes, Cosmo has 1 million followers on TikTok. Like, he's massive.
The Cougarattes and Cosmo, like their dance videos, halftime dance videos, like they go viral.
Yes.
Like we're the best.
Yes. I think you plug into that space where, they're pretty normal. Yeah. I think that's important for the perception of BYU. I really do.
I agree.
So you're doing a service here.
Yes.
Yeah. And hopefully the service comes back to you in the form of money.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask you this. Hobbies, talents, interests that people don't know you have that you want to share with the world right now.
Okay. So not a lot of people know this, but I do know how to play a couple of instruments.
Nice.
I haven't played them in a while, but I just say I know how to play them. So I know how to play the piano a little bit, the guitar a little bit, the ukulele, and the violin.
Oh, violin
not
too.
a lot of people know that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you play these growing up?
Yeah. So probably. So let's see. I started piano when I was in elementary, and then violin was in junior high, and then guitar and ukulele were in high school.
Very nice.
So yeah, and then
there's a part of your brain that when you know how to play an instrument is triggered. That's different.
Yeah.
Seriously. This is scientific.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, and then let's see what else. I used to do gymnastics until I was a freshman in high school.
Oh, very nice.
So a little flexible.
Did you think maybe you would be a gymnast?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
You never thought you did? Okay.
No, that was just for fun.
Always hoops.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Always hoops. I loved soccer growing up. I really enjoyed playing soccer, even though it was always 120 degrees outside in Arizona.
You chose the indoor game.
Yes. Yeah. I wanted to play soccer in high school, but basketball and soccer are in the same season in high school, so obviously I chose basketball. Yeah. What else did I do? I did swim team growing up till I was in junior high. But yeah, hobbies. I love listening to music. I love being outdoors, watching Netflix, hanging out with friends. I just love having fun. So.
Inflatables in the front yard.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So obviously social media is a massive thing to you. You also are a basketball player.
Yes.
So let's dig into some of that and maybe come back around to social. When did you start loving basketball?
Ever since I touched a basketball, honestly.
How old were you?
So I was 5 years old when I started playing. I got into basketball because of my parents. They both played basketball at Grand Canyon University, where they met in Arizona. And they had me, and then they had 4 other kids, and we're a huge basketball family. We all play basketball. My mom, she coached me in high school. She was the varsity head coach. And then my parents, they both came up with a club team when I was probably 12 or 13 years old, and so I've played for them my whole life. They've been my coaches my whole life. And then
Mom and dad, club coaches?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Mom head coach, dad assistant?
They're both the head. They switch.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
They switch.
And what are mom and dad's names again for
So
everybody?
Candace and Josh. Yeah. And then
Go Lopes.
Oh yeah, go Lopes. And then my younger brother, so it goes Zaya, Cohen J, Clee, and Skyley, and they all played basketball too on the club team as well. So we are a huge basketball family. We love it so much.
What's the club team?
It's called Team Arizona.
Team
and
Arizona.
They have 5 teams, I think, 5 or 6 teams.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay, so basketball fam.
Yes.
I think you have like a nice court in your house.
Oh, yes.
Like
yes.
Indoor, is it half court?
Yeah, so it's an indoor, half-court basketball court. They built that last summer when like COVID happened, and so
You had your own court.
Yeah, it was awesome. In there 24/7 when I go back home. Honestly, like it's so much fun. So
it was built last year. Was
so
that
when
super exciting? Like, oh, I can go home and just play whenever I want?
So it was actually being built when I was home. So month of May, I went home and it was being built. And then it literally finished like probably June, like when I left. And so I wasn't able to shoot in there when I was home. But when I got back this last May, I was able to, so.
Okay, you involve your siblings in some of your TikToks.
Oh, yes.
As well. Okay, you're the oldest, it sounds like.
Yeah, so I'm the oldest. And then
Are you
Zaya,
like the responsible organizer of the group? Like, are you, what type of older sibling are you?
I'd say they look up to me a lot. We always have fun with each other, making those videos. They get in some of my YouTube videos, and I mean, they love being a part of it. They really do. My little sister, Kalia, she's really into dancing, and she was actually a cheerleader in junior high. I was very surprised she was going to be a cheerleader, but she also loves basketball too. She's a dancer, so she loves doing TikToks as well. So the boys, they're more of like basketball. They don't do as much social media, but they still get into it a little bit.
Yeah. You're the older brother. What's his name?
Zaya.
He likes being in them, it seems
Oh, yeah.
like.
He does. Yeah, he does.
He rarely has a shirt on, I think, in most of them, right?
Yeah, because he's sweating and working out and then posts TikToks.
That's awesome. Okay, so you're younger. You love basketball. Your parents both played in college, which is super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Grand Canyon. Okay, that's unique.
Mm-hmm.
My familiarity with Grand Canyon is in men's volleyball because they're in the same league as BYU.
Oh, yeah.
So it's super cool because there's a ton of BYU fans in the Valley. And when BYU comes to town, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I love the Grand Canyon connection as well. They're growing quite a bit. Okay, so at home, one of 5 kids. What's that dynamic like? How does that make you who you are?
It's crazy for sure. I love my siblings so much. I love having 4 close, really best friends. We're all super, super close. I mean, it's so fun, like all sharing the same love. We all love basketball so much, working out, going to the gym, shooting together, just hanging out. We love family vacations. We go on tons of family vacations. Those
Where'd
are our
you go
favorite.
this summer? You went Mexico or something?
Yeah. So we went to Mexico. Our favorite spots, Cabo or Cancun. We go to those 2 spots. And
Okay, which one's better?
I like Cabo.
Okay.
I like Cabo. I love the beaches there.
Need to go to Cabo.
Yeah, Cabo for sure. We're actually going there again. So,
of course
yes.
you are. Let's go. A little preseason action.
Yeah.
Go.
So, but yeah, super, super fun family. I love just like, making content with them is so fun to have them super, super close and all young in age. So,
does anyone not like basketball? Or everyone's all in?
Oh, no. Everyone's all in.
Everyone's all in. That's
all
really
in.
nice.
Yeah.
I can't think of, among my siblings, like, yep, we all love the same thing and we could do it forever. That's special, I think.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it keeps us connected and we enjoy it a lot.
That's awesome. Okay, so you're growing up in Arizona, which is a fun place to be. You love basketball. Who took second in the sweepstakes for Shaylee Gonzales?
Who took second? What do you mean by that?
You came to BYU. But who took second?
The college? Like what?
Where did you almost go? That wasn't BYU.
So I actually, since my parents went to Grand Canyon, I grew up wanting to go to Grand Canyon just naturally just because of them. Until I was 15 years old, I came to the BYU Elite Camp, 3-day camp, and after those 3 days, they offered me on the spot, 15-year-old as a freshman.
Were you?
And I was
how did you feel about that?
So surprised, so excited, I couldn't believe it. And then after that, I just like fell in love with them and grew really, really close with the coaches. And I mean, they supported me a lot, and I just felt like they were family. And so, like from that, I just felt like I wanted to go there, and I knew I wanted to go there. And I didn't really have like a runner-up because I knew BYU was where I wanted to go. I had 4 other offers, and I committed the beginning of my junior year. And I also had like Oregon and Stanford coming in, wanting an in-home official visit with me. And I was just like, I know where I want to go. I'm not going to drag these colleges along. And I knew I wanted to be in a good atmosphere and around good girls and good coaches that would make me a better person. And so that's why I chose BYU.
So did Oregon and Stanford offer?
No, they just wanted
to visit.
In-home visit. Yeah. It's funny because my freshman year, in the second round of the NCAA tournament, we played Stanford.
At Stanford?
Yes. And we unfortunately lost to them. But
Shaylee had 32 points of career high in that game.
Yes, I did.
You were awesome.
Thank you. And then after, I remember hearing an interview from their coach, and she was like, we were supposed to get that girl. Like, she was supposed to be ours.
We wanted an in-home visit.
Yes.
He didn't even give us that.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, it was, I hope that we play them again and we're able to beat them, so we'll see.
Okay, let's talk about that game. Mm-hmm. So, you win the first round game. I can't even remember who it was
so
against.
it was an upset. So we were the 7th seed playing Auburn, who was a 6th seed. So we upset them. I forgot how much we won by, but that was a tough, aggressive game. Like I don't know. It was a tough game. I remember them pressing us a lot, and we were just making all our shots, hitting everything, and they just could not hang with us. And then we won that game, and then second round, we played Stanford, and they were the number 1 seed. So that was a really tough game. Yeah, at Stanford.
If you win that game,
it was packed.
You can go to the Final Four.
Yeah.
If you win that game on someone else's home court, you have 32 in that game. Oh, by the way, you're a freshman. What was that like? When were you in the zone?
Honestly, I didn't even care about those 32 points because I was just, we lost that game. I was like, I had 32 points, but I still wanted to win. Winning is everything, and that's all I want to do as a team is just to win. That's all I care about. I mean, it's super amazing to look back and think wow, I was a freshman and I scored 32 points against Stanford, the number 1
high,
team.
Right? You had 30 against LSU. 32 is still your career high, I believe.
Oh, with 30? Yeah. You're right. You know better than me.
32 is still your career high.
Yes.
Pretty crazy.
It is.
So you have 32 in that game, but you lose and you're frustrated. Where did your competitive juices come from? Is it mom and dad? Are they competitive?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, they're very, very competitive. Ever since I was little, I've always been competitive. And even being able to play against my siblings, just in the backyard, that made us super competitive. And we've always been a very competitive family. So
where does that come out the weirdest? Playing a board game or doing the dishes? Is there a spot where you're like, oh gosh, we're very competitive?
Oh, I don't know. I've never thought about that before.
Or can you isolate it?
I mean, yeah, board games, yeah, we go all out, very competitive. I'm trying to think. I mean, we actually, as a family, we play dodgeball a lot in our basketball court, and we get very competitive at that.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a...
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so freshman year goes really well. You came in, and I think the beginning of the year, I asked Jody, tell me about this Shaylee Gonzales freshman. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, she's really, really good. I was like, how good? He's like, really, really stinking good. And then you were, and it was awesome. That next summer, you tear your ACL.
Yes.
When did it happen, and how did you deal with that? Because that was a devastating blow at the time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Every time someone just says that, my heart just sinks because I just...
Still?
Yeah. So freshman year, let's see, we won our conference. I was able to go to the NCAA tournament with my team, made it to the second round. I went to Team USA. I got invited to that. Only 30 girls in the U.S. were invited to that. It was a U19 team.
You're 18, 19 at this point?
Yeah, so I was 19, yeah. And I made an alternate spot. So 12 girls made the team. I made an alternate spot. There's 5 alternate spots. I think it was rigged. It was politics. I should have made the team. Still upset about that.
There you go.
We won't talk about that.
There you go.
And then, so that was in May, and then I come back for summer workouts with the team in June, and we get practicing, and then July 17th or 15th, I tear my ACL in practice, just scrimmaging, playing with my team.
Take me back to that moment.
So I was on defense. I took a charge. I literally just thought like I maybe tore a little muscle. I got up, walked it off. Didn't hurt at all, but I did hear a pop. And then I went into the training room. My trainer checked it and told me I tore my ACL.
You knew right away.
Tears, crying. I didn't want to tell my parents. Waited like 2 hours after to tell my parents because I knew that they would just be devastated. And then 2 days after I got surgery, and then it was a 9-month recovery. So wasn't able to play that season, sat out. Literally the hardest thing I've been through. It was super, super hard. Because after that freshman year, cloud 9, just doing so much and succeeding a lot. And then that happening to me, I was like, why did that have to happen? But it made me a stronger person, and I'm thankful for it. So
how did you get through that 9-month period? Because everyone but the person who tears their ACL goes, you came back. Like, here you are. You're good.
Yeah.
No. It's like you said, the hardest thing you've ever
Yeah,
done.
I mean, it was a 9-month recovery. Like, just going through that, it made me a better person. I was focused on getting back to where I was and being even better. I was like, I'm going to prove to myself and to everyone that, like, even if you tear your ACL, like, it's not going to hold me back. Like, I'm going to go full force, work hard in rehab, get back to where I was, because, basketball makes me happy and I enjoy it, and being with my team, being on the court is something different. And I knew that I needed to work hard, and I knew that I had that drive to get back to where I was. So, and plus I was able to vlog it and to video record it and then to post it on my channel to inspire others, and kept up with people were able to keep up with my recovery and see how I was able to do that, and it has helped a lot of people. So
who or what helped you get through that period?
My coaches, my teammates, my family. I mean, I have a huge support system, and so everyone, literally, even my subscribers, I love just having them DM me, saying, hey, thank you so much for posting your ACL recovery video. It's helped me so much. And that means so much to me that I was able to help someone get through that, and they're able to look up to someone like that, so.
For as much negativity as social media gets, there's some positivity, right?
Yeah,
some
for sure.
positive interactions. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
And that's hopefully why people follow, as they enjoy the content, and you can share that. And so that's awesome. Okay, so I'm Googling you to research stuff, and all of a sudden it says Shaylee Gonzales net worth. Do you want to guess what the net worth was listed
Does it say $1 million?
It said 1 to 5 million.
I have looked that up before. That was there's no way.
Do you feel like...
There's no way.
Well, let's see with NIL where this goes, right?
Yeah. Well, it also, it doesn't just also play in with my social media. It also plays in with, who I am as a basketball player, right? So,
future basketball earnings kind of thing.
Or, if, I was talking to my coaches about this, and they're just, telling me how... if you keep winning games, if you keep scoring this amount of points, if you score 30 points a game, your income's going to go up, which I thought was crazy. So you're going to shoot
more this year? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. Just kidding. No. But, well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. But, I mean, yeah, it's social media, and then as a basketball player, how well I do, and then how good our team is and how far we go. If we go farther in the NCAA tournament, I think that income for all of us will go up. I don't know how that's all supposed to work, but yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the 2 seasons you played. Not a coincidence. BYU goes to the NCAA tournament and wins a game in both. The year you sit out, it is a little different. But you guys rebounded and went back to the NCAA tournament. What has it meant to you to not only get to the NCAA tournament, which is difficult, but also win?
Yeah.
You've won a game both years.
Coming into BYU, that was my goal. All 4 years, I'm going to take the team. We're going to go in the NCAA tournament, and we're going to go as far as we can. And my freshman year, we were able to do that. And then I was like, okay, next year, we're going to go even farther. Tear my ACL. Okay, well, next year, we're going to get back up there. We're going to get back into the NCAA tournament, and we're going to go farther. And then I mean, we played U of A in our second round game, right? And they made it to the runner-up of the tournament.
They went all the way to the title game.
Yeah, and we lost to them by like, 5 or 6 points. And I'm pretty sure that we gave them like their best competition throughout that whole thing. I think they beat teams by like 10 or 15 points. And we were so close, so close. And I mean, so I don't know, do you know Paisley? She broke her hand in the first game. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so in the second game...
the second game with a broken hand.
She played the second game, and I was like, oh my gosh, if she was 100%, we would have won that game. And so we're just like, okay, next year, like, everyone's going to be fine. Everyone's going to be back. No one's going to be injured. We're going to go even farther. So I'm super excited, and everyone came back from last year. And I'm just super excited. We have 6 incoming freshmen. We have a huge team this year, but we're going to be even better. And I'm just super excited to get even further in the tournament and to win the conference tournament. So
yes. Which, are you over what happened in Vegas?
No, I'm never going to get over that
Gonzaga won on a buzzer beater.
0.6 seconds.
The clock operator was a little slow to start it.
Yeah.
I'll say that. You don't have to. And you lose on a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
That was tough, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we were up by like 10 or 15 points. And I was like, okay, this is the game. Like, we're winning. Like, there's like 3 minutes left. And I was like, so excited. And then they come back. I'm like, oh, shoot. And then 0.6 seconds, they take it out of bounds. How do you get a shot off with 0.6 seconds? Like, she caught the ball, turned, shot it, bank shot, goes in. And then before you know it, like 2 hours later, I literally see it like 10 million times on social media. Gonzaga, 0.6 seconds, buzzer beater.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, crazy shot. I don't think it shouldn't have counted, but it is what it is. We'll get them back this year. So
the good news is you go to the NCAA tournament, you win a game.
Oh, yeah. And Gonzaga
did not win a game in the NCAA tournament. Yeah. Okay. You talked about you wanted to be the same kind of player when you came back. Mm-hmm. There's no guarantees you will, right?
Right.
But you were.
Yeah.
How much hard work did that take to get to that point? And then in a sec, I'm going to break down the difference from your freshman year to sophomore year statistically.
Yeah. I mean, lots of hard work. I was super, super blessed with the smooth recovery I had. I know there's some athletes who really struggle with getting back to where they were. I know some people, they go the 9-month recovery mark and then it starts hurting them again and then they have to get like another surgery so I was super, super blessed with like the smooth recovery. Did rehab every single day. I went the extra mile and really put in that extra work. I was shooting tons during practices. But I think the main thing is just really focusing on like getting that quad, getting that hamstring strong, putting in that extra work, rehab. I even had like a calendar every single day. I'd like write down what I did. I'd have like checkpoints of what I need to get to, just to like visualize it and see like the end result. So, and it's awesome to like have that calendar still and like to go look back, see like what I was going through and how I got through it, so.
Yeah, that's a ton of hard work. I've never had an injury like that. I don't know what that's like, but I always respect, especially the ACLs. I mean, it happens.
It's hard. Yeah.
And there's not a ton you can do to prevent it, right?
Yeah.
Like injuries are weird.
Right.
That way. Had you ever had a notable injury?
So in
like
high school, I like sprained my ankle a couple times, but I was only out for like 2 weeks. So like that was literally it. And I was like, I'm never getting injured. Like there's no way. And then I get injured. I'm like, well, shoot. And then actually this past year in January,
let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I sprained my ACL in January. We were playing St. Mary's.
Same one?
Yeah, same one. So I took a huge jump stop. I don't know why. Wasn't very smart of me, but it gave out, and then I went out into the hallway, and like my trainer checked it, and he's like, "It's fine. Like I don't know what it is," and I was like, "It just did not feel right." Freaking out because I thought I tore it again, and then I actually got back in the game, played the last 2 minutes, and then after the game, it was like really, really sore, and I was like, "Hey, this does not feel right. Like I need to go and get an MRI to see what's up." So the next day I got an MRI and the doctor told me that I sprained it. So the ligaments tore a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? And he's just like, well, you can get back in your brace. You're probably going to wear your brace for the rest of your basketball career.
Were you wearing the brace?
No. So I was actually in a sleeve. So I was in a black sleeve. I was wearing that season. And then ever since that happened, I got back in my brace. And he's like, I don't know if those ligaments are going to like grow back together. And so like that's kind of in the back of my head that I got to be careful, and wear my brace. And then that happened Saturday, and then Thursday we played Gonzaga. And so literally like
biggest game of the year.
I was like,
massive.
Oh shoot, I have to play in this game. I didn't practice at all. I just like let it recover. Didn't want to, push it. And then so we played that game and we won that game.
Huge win to help you get in the NCAA tournament later.
Huge win, yeah. And so I was struggling for probably like 2 to 3 weeks. It hurt a little bit, but my doctor, who was there at every single game watching me, make sure it was okay. So it was, and now I'm just in my brace. It doesn't hurt at all. Like I'm fine. So back to normal. But those ligaments, like we still don't know if those ligaments grew back. So it's still, yeah.
You feeling okay now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Yeah, just not thinking about that. So
how'd you overcome that mentally to not only play in the Gonzaga game, but contribute in a way that helps your team, because it was a massive game?
Yeah, I was just trying to be smart. I didn't.
No more jump stops?
For sure. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I just knew I had to be smart in that game, and all I wanted to do was to win that game with my team. And, to think that I was just thinking this way. Like, I'm so glad that I didn't tear my ACL. Like, the fact that I sprained it, like, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm just going to have to deal with it, get through it, extra rehab, whatever it is, to get to where I was, but yeah.
Do you feel like you have to play with the knee brace the rest of your career?
Yeah, just to be safe, I probably will, yeah.
Is it annoying?
I've gotten used to it. I mean, it kind of is it's really bulky, but it is what it is. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
True. You could just stick your knee out and people will bang into it.
Yeah. And it's pink too, so I rock that.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so your freshman to sophomore year, you said you wanted to get to that level again. Mm-hmm. You did. You improved your field goal percentage slightly. 3-point percentage was 4%. That was a big jump. Free throw percentage, very similar. Rebounds, very similar. You had one half more assists a game, and then very similar points per game at 17. Mm-hmm. Were you happy with your sophomore year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was very happy, and it was just like an honor to get co-player of the year to come back after that.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, and so I was super proud of myself to be able to overcome that and to get back to where I was and to get those awards. It was everything. And I couldn't have done it without my support system and my teammates. They make me better. So let's
talk about your teammates. I really love this team. They're super fun.
Me too.
What, like, who's the clown? Who's the smart one? Tell me about this group.
So I would say Tegan, I absolutely love her leadership. She is an amazing leader. I look up to her a lot in that way. Paisley, she is a clown. She is hilarious. Also, Maria makes me laugh so much. Yes. Kaylee Smiler, she's the dancer. She's got the smarts. Her, Maria, and Sarah, they're the smarty pants.
And the accent, the Kiwi.
Oh yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. Who else? Kayla Bellisley. She's hilarious. I love her to death. Let's see. We have 6 new freshmen. I'm still getting to know them. They're all pretty fresh. They just got here like 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks ago they all got here.
Okay, tell me about the staff. Obviously, Juddy at the head.
Oh my gosh.
Juddy is an interesting cat.
He's so funny. Oh yeah.
Played in the NBA. Fun personality. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's like a grandpa of the team.
Yes. No, yeah. That's
is that an accurate description?
Yes, that's very accurate. I love him as a coach. He knows his stuff. He's been coaching for what? 25
years.
30 years. A lot of years. And he's super, super knowledgeable in the game. And I love learning from him and being coached by him. That's one reason why I came to BYU, was to be coached by him. He's super, super funny. He's always talking, I swear. He can ramble on. If you want someone to talk to and ramble on, that's the guy. It's so funny. Last season, or 2 seasons ago, Paisley and I were teaching him how to vlog, and he'd call it a log. And so I would just die at him.
There was a video.
Oh, yeah. I think BYU Sports Nation actually did that video.
Yes, it was hilarious.
It was hilarious just watching him like vlogging, and
he did this really funny laugh where he's like, ha, ha, ha. It was great.
He's hilarious. Yeah, gotta love him.
Okay, and then the staff is great as well. So Lee Camard, one of the best players in BYU history. Oh, yeah. Ray Stewart, Oh, man. So much swag, right? Melanie Day. Her story's incredible.
Oh, she's amazing.
And then she was a
She's
baller,
amazing.
too. UCLA and BYU. Sweet 16 and an Elite 8. I mean, Jojan Harry is back, which is awesome. It's a fun staff. They bring a lot to the table, it feels like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do a lot. I mean, it's so fun. Like, I love traveling because I think traveling like to other games to play, it brings us as a team closer together, you know? Like, I love how we're on road trips. We're in the bus. We play we got kid photos of when we were younger, and we just played a game like guess who this picture is of the kid, you know? And it all brings us closer together, you know, dinners as a team. I just love the atmosphere and the environment we have and the chemistry we have as a team. I think that's super, super important, and that's what makes us so good.
Okay, randomly, 2 years ago, Ray and Melanie got hurt during the season, which was super weird. You don't see the assistant coach get injured. It's like,
Yeah.
Ray's probably trying to still dunk.
So
right?
Ray, we're at St. Mary's, and he just thinks he's so good. And he's playing us, and he thinks he's balling us up, right? And he is being guarded by, I think it was Maria, and he makes this move, and he tears his Achilles. And he is a jokester, and so when he started yelling so loud, and I just thought he was joking, but he was being dead serious. And he literally just falls on the ground, starts screaming. I thought he was just making a joke, but he actually tore his Achilles in that practice. And then Melanie, she tore her ACL in a basketball game. I think she was playing with some of her friends or something. I'm not quite sure about that, but yeah.
So two
both got
coaches
injured.
on crutches or in boots
Yeah.
on the sideline. It's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, what's life like right now for you?
So right now, I just got back 2 weeks ago. I was in Arizona. I was home. I was doing spring semester, so I was taking 2 classes. So I just finished spring semester last Thursday. We've been doing kid camps. We had a camp last week, and then on the weekend, and then this week we have the elite camp.
The elite camp.
Oh, yes.
This is where you were identified.
Yes,
and
yes.
offered.
So that happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Did you see
and we
anyone?
coached.
You can't name names, but did you see anyone? You're like, oh, there's little me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. My little sisters actually were there.
Well, there you
12 and
go.
14-year-old killing it.
That's awesome.
So it was fun to have them there and to see them play against those high schoolers. But yeah, just working out with the team. We have lifts, team practices. The girls just started summer semester this Monday, and I'm not doing summer semester, so I don't have to do school till next September, which is nice. So I'm chilling, just playing basketball, having fun.
What are you studying?
So I'm in journalism, and I'm in the sports media track.
What?
Yep.
What?
So I just started that 2 semesters ago. So
How's it going?
it's going great. I
This is what I
seriously
did,
love the classes so much.
That's great.
I love them so much. I just got done taking media effects and intro to social media management. And intro to
you know
social
how to
media
do that?
management was my favorite. Maybe just a little bit.
Were there
But
things
yeah, I
where you're
loved
like,
it.
oh, I feel like I know how to do that already?
Yeah.
Flash. Oh, this can help me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, BYU is really, really hard, and taking the general classes, I was struggling in those, but now being able to take these classes where I really enjoy them, school is so fun now. Love it. So,
The generals are hard.
yes.
They absolutely are
Yes,
hard.
not going to lie.
Not to mention being a student athlete.
Oh, yeah.
It's a part-time / full-time job.
Yes, it really is.
Along with school. So
Yeah.
that's great. Do you have any roommates that are on the team, or do you have roommates who aren't teammates?
So I roomed with teammates the past 3 years, and this year I wanted to mix it up a bit, and so I'm living in a house with 6 girls.
Oh, you got the house thing.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I did the house thing for 2-3 years
Yeah.
and loved it.
Oh my gosh.
You sort of
I love
graduate
it.
to it.
Oh yeah. And so let's see, 2 of my best friends are there with me. I met one in 4th grade and the other in 7th grade, and then the other 3 I don't know. But I've gotten close with them the past 2-3 weeks I've been there. So it's so fun. I love having
the
a house though.
thing.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's liberating.
I really do enjoy it. Yeah.
You have a little space.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe even a little yard. And
Oh yeah.
all that,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh. We went and got inflatable pools, and we put them out in our front lawn, and then we also got a volleyball net. So
Beautiful.
it's super fun. I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. It sounds like you're living your best life.
Yes, really am.
Yeah. Upperclassman now.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Kind of.
I mean, a sophomore in basketball. I'll be a sophomore this season, but I'm a senior in
because
school.
it was for a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to be here
confusing.
a full 5 years, or are you going to see how it goes at the end with professional opportunities?
So I'll be here a total of 6 years. So
because
I have
of the redshirt ACL year.
Yeah, so because of my ACL, because of COVID. So I have 3 more years still. So this next season will be my sophomore year.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, kind of crazy. But yeah, I plan on
6 years
staying.
of Shaylee Gonzales. This is great.
Gotta love it. But yeah, I plan on staying all 3 years, and then I'll be able to get my master's. So
I was going to say, is a master's in the works?
Yes, that's the plan.
Just
So.
do it while you're here
Yeah,
and while
I know.
it's free 90 free.
Oh, yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Maybe do it in communications. So
Yeah.
we'll see. That's the plan.
You've got it all planned out. There's nothing I
Yes.
can say that's a benefit to you. I'm just sitting here learning from you. Well, this is great. What else do people need to know about you or even BYU Women's Hoops that we haven't talked about?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. This has been great to get to know you better. And I'm looking forward to whatever they figure out with NIL.
Yes,
because
me too. I can't
I
wait.
think you're positioned really well already, not only because of who you are as a basketball player, but what you've already established on social media. You're ready for this.
Yes, I am so ready.
Like your
I can't
timing
wait.
is really good.
Yeah. Plus, I have 3 more years to use it, being a
And then-
D1 athlete.
And then beyond BYU.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, and the team's going to be awesome this
Oh, yeah.
year. So we encourage, as always, people to go to the games. If you can't go to the
Yes.
game, watch the games on BYUtv.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun
Hopefully,
season.
yeah. And last year, not having fans, that was super hard because I love having fans at our games. It brings so much energy, and I'm super excited to be able to get more people coming to our games. And so, everyone, come to our games, okay? Come watch us.
100% show up. I love it. I'm taking my daughter Bennett to all the games. So it'll be great.
Awesome.
Okay, Shaylee, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That'll do it for us. You can watch these Deep Blue stories on the BYUtv app, listen to previous episodes of the radio show and podcast on the BYU radio app. For Shaylee Gonzales and producer Trent Reimschusel, I'm Jerem Jordan. We'll be back every Saturday with more compelling Deep Blue stories right here on BYU Radio.